Okay, last time we used 7-point method to plot y equals 2x take away 3. I hope you still remember this is the graph of these relations. Now, firstly, let's do a very quick revision on that. And for these linear relations, and it's plot on the Cartesian plane. So for the Cartesian plane, something I need to remind everyone. Firstly, when you set up the Cartesian plane, you need the 0 here. Right, don't forget 0, and then you need to mark 1, 2, 3, -1, -2, -3, all the labeling on the Cartesian plane. And also, don't forget, you need to write x-axis, y-axis, and then with the arrows on both sides of each axis. All right, so after we plot this graph, don't forget you need to write the name of the relations to indicate this line actually is y equals 2x take away 3. Okay. After that, last time we introduced the y-intercept and the x-intercept. Y-intercept means the line cut y-axis. So that is the y-intercept. So because this intercept is on y-axis, which means x equals 0. So last time we use when x equals 0, and then we calculate y. The value of y. Actually, this is called y-intercept, 0, -3. And for x-intercept, that means y equals 0 because that is on x-axis, so y is always 0. So when y equals 0, we solve the linear equation, and then we can get x, the value of x. So 3 over 2, 0, 3 over 2, 0 is the x-intercept. Okay, now, in our daily life, when we graph the relations, we do not normally use 7 points because that will give you too much calculations. And then what we're going to do is, let's have a look at this one. If I give you 1 point, all right, so now passing through this point, you can draw many lines. For example, the line could be like that, the line could be like that. The line could be like this, and the line could be like that. All right, you will have infinite number of lines passing through this point. So 1 point is not enough to determine a line. So let's have a look at 2 points. Now, if I give you 2 points, not cover each other. All right, so we call that 2 distinct points. So for this one, the line, if I want this line passing through this and this at the same time, only one line can be determined. All right, so in this case, in the mathematical theorem, we have any 2 distinct points in a plane determine a line. So I want you to remember 2 points are enough. So if you want to plot a graph about the linear relations, you just find 2 points. 2 points sometimes is enough. So how can I use a 2 point? Now we normally use the y-intercept and the x-intercept. Okay? Now let's have a look at how can we use 2 points to plot the graph. Okay? Now we still graph the same relations like y equals 2x take away 3. Okay? Now last time we used 7-point method. Now I want to use 2-point method. Alright, so we found the y-intercept and x-intercept. Alright, so let's have a look at the y-intercept. Okay, so the y-intercept means when x equals 0, the value of y. So x equals 0, y is -3. So 0, -3 is a coordinate. And then when we find x-intercept, that means y equals 0. Okay, so when y equals 0, we have to solve equations. 2x take away 3 equals 0. Alright, so 2x equals 3, and I move -3 here, so I have to check the sign, and x equals 3 over 2. Now, so we write x equals 3 over 2. And then we found the coordinate, which is 3 over 2, 0. So 3 over 2, 0 is here. 3 over 2, 0. 3 over 2 is 1.5. And 0. Okay, so we write the coordinate down. And then the other point is 0, negative 3 is here. Alright, so this one is 0, negative 3. And then we connect these 2 points. So they are 2 distinct points. Alright, and then this is the graph of y equals 2x take away 3. Now after you plot that, I still want everyone to recheck, double check. Do you have all the elements on the Cartesian plane? 0, x, y, error. You see, I forgot this and I forgot this. Okay, alright, so you write everything. And after you plot, you coordinate, the coordinate, and the name of the relations. They are here. So that is perfect now. And we want you to have a look at another one, and we want to use that as a practice. We want everyone to plot y equals 3x plus 1. Okay? Now you can do that now, and later you have a look at my solutions. Okay, so for this solution, that should be, we have to find y-intercept. Okay, so y-intercept is when x equals 0, y equals 1. So 0, 1. So we'll mark that here. 0, 1. Okay, I want to use a different color, and then you can see that clearly. So this is 0, 1. All right, and then we need to find x-intercept. So when y equals 0, x. So we solve the linear equation. 3x plus 1 equals 0. So 3x equals negative 1. X equals negative 1 over 3. Okay, so we find negative 1 over 3. So it should be here. Approximately here. Okay. Now with these 2 points, and then I can draw the line. So this is negative 1 over 3, 0. Okay. So don't forget, you need to write y equals 3x plus 1. Alright, let's do the final practice. Alright, we want everyone to draw y equals x take away 5. Okay, for this one, we still have to find y-intercept. Y-intercept, x equals 0, so y equals negative 5. Alright, so we have 0, negative 5. Now this time, I use blue. Alright, so 0, negative 5 is here. Alright, we need to label 0, negative 5. And then we've found x-intercept. That means when y equals 0. So x take away 5 equals 0, x equals 5. So we can have 5, 0. So 5, 0 is here. Alright, so we have 2 points. Now we can connect these 2 points and then draw the line. Okay, this is y equals x take away 5. Okay, after we plot these 3 lines, we can see this line and this line, they are in a different position. And when the coefficient of x increases from 1 to 2 to 3, and then the line becomes steeper and steeper. Alright, so we can draw this conclusion. Now, actually, the coefficient of x affect the steepness of the line. Okay, so the coefficient is increasing, and then the line becomes steeper and steeper. Okay, and then if I want you to draw y equals 4x, take away 2 or something like that, and then your line should be 4x is steeper like that. Okay, so your line will be like that. Okay, approximately like that. Now, if I want you to draw y equals 3/2x plus 1 or something like that. Okay, because 3/2 is between 1 and 2, so the steepness of the line could be in the middle, and then the line will be somewhere on the Cartesian plane like that. Okay, so next lesson we're gonna continue to talk about the gradient and the y-intercept, and then you will have the idea how to graph the linear relations.